Once again, I'm John C. Calcutta, and I gotta say, we're in for another hot, sunny day here in Los Angeles, California. And you know what's really contributing to all these hot, sunny days? It's global warming, all the time. I'm hearing these global warming deniers, and they're walking around as if global warming is some kind of big myth. And as a man of science, I'm just shaking my head. I'm thinking, what, these guys haven't read the facts. Read these scientific journals. They tell you everything you need to know. Here are the facts. The Earth is getting warmer, and we are to blame. Day in, day out, the glaciers are melting, and tides are rising. Pretty soon, not long, here in California, we're not going to be able to complain about the drought because we're going to be underwater. And good luck complaining then. You're just going to be glubbing like a fish, and that's no way to behave. Think about it, folks. We're to blame here, It's our fault, and we've disrupted the Earth's natural order, and we are to blame. There's just nothing else to it. And I'll be the first to admit, it's a complicated problem. But you know what? It's a simple solution, and I'll tell you what it is. Air conditioners. Air conditioners. I'll say it again. Air conditioners. It's that simple, folks. Think about it. What does an air conditioner do? It cools the air. What's the big problem with global warming? Air's too warm. So you mash them together. What do you get? You get a nice equal zero. And that's all anybody really wants, So what you need to do is go into your house and go to your air conditioner and turn it on to the coldest possible setting. Really make your house a winter wonderland. And then open up the windows and let that cool air out in the atmosphere and really do its job. And I know you're probably thinking, John, if I turn on my air conditioner full blast, as cold as it goes, and open up all my windows, that's a whole heck of a lot of power. My energy bill's gonna be through the frickin' roof. And to that I say, it's gonna take a little power to save the planet. It's going to take a little money, and so what if your energy bill's a little high? Isn't the fate of the planet a little more important? As members of this world, isn't it our responsibility to keep it kicking? I think so. I think it is. But it's not just you and me and the folks at home who need to turn on our air conditioners. Think about how many Sears there are, chock full of air conditioners that aren't even plugged in. There's got to be millions of Sears, and therefore millions of unused air conditioners. That's an untapped resource. So if Sears can get their frickin' act together, and turn on their air conditioners, I think we're going to make a real dent in global warming. I think that's a pretty good start. So what I say to you is go into your house and turn on your air conditioner, Turn it on as cold as it goes, full blast. And don't touch it until I say otherwise. I'm John C. Calcutta, and that was the weather.
Yipsy! All right, we know the drill.
Welcome to Yipsy or Bipsy, a movie reviewing service developed by us
Scientists.
For you.
Scientists.
In the hopes that someday every movie will have an easy-to-understand, empirically
derived rating system attached to it.
A Yipsy or a Bipsy.
The first film we're going to be reviewing is Interstellar. Tell us, what did you think of the film, Dog Murderer?
Personally, I found the film to be a crazy kaleidoscope of scale. You never quite know if the characters are in outer space or inside of a small Honda. Definite Yipsy.
Interstellaring point of view. I imagine it was similar to watching the wheels of a moving automobile racing towards you, like My Poor Fido, my dear departed. Yipsy.
Give it a rest, Frederick Pedrick. The next film we'll be reviewing is Birdman by Alexander Omar Ortega Estevez. What did you think of the film, Bulbul Omen?
I thought, wow, finally they have the nads to put an animal straight in the title, like I had to put my best friend Fido straight into the ground. Bipsy.
Personally, I found the single-take aspect of the film to be beating a dead horse, much like you are right now. We get it, he's dead. Let's move on to Big Hero 6. What did you think of the film, Bill Danke?
Well, I thought it was an ironically apropos title, given that 6 is also the number of years My Poor Fido was allowed on the
I found the film visually appetizing in all the best ways. Zesty, like a nice hot wing from my favorite establishment, Streets of New York. Bipsy.
Gremlins 2. If Fido was on your prize streets, it might have made sense that you hit him. Bipsy.
Lord of the Rings. If you wanted your dog to live, you shouldn't have let him out of the side of the house in the first place. Yipsy.
C-Spot Run. The thing about a curb is that you're not meant to cross it with your car. Bipsy.
Planet of the Apes. When I'm driving, I have one thing in mind, and it has nothing to do with the whereabouts of your lost dog. Yipsy.
Free Willy. I don't understand how My Poor Fido gallivanting about my front lawn qualifies as a lost dog. He was perfectly within his rights, Bipsy.
Die Hard, he doesn't have rights, he is a dog.
He was a dog.
He was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I was just a man parking on a friend's lawn in Yipsy.
Hope Springs, my front lawn is not a parking lot. That is next to my front lawn. My front lawn is clearly a lawn, just your standard run-of-the-mill green grass lawn, Bipsy.
Blade Runner, this is a zoning issue. Take it up with city council, Yipsy.
Shrek, he never heard a fly, Bipsy.
Jaws, and I only heard a dog, Yipsy.
Crash, my dog, my dear dog Fido, Bipsy.
Hulk, what do you want from me, Yipsy?
Clue, all I ever wanted was a live dog, and I had that, Bipsy.
Rope, how about an apology, Yipsy?
Bipsy, 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 Yipsy, Bipsy, Yipsy, 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 Bipsy, Bipsy, Yipsy. I've made a scene out of us, Ursula.
It's fine, Queen Bee. And speaking of scenes, what's your favorite scene in Dumb and Dumber 2?
I think the one where they go to the park, and then they find God.
Me too. I think you're thinking of Tropic Thunder.
Bipsy.
Now on to the news.
In Frankfurt,
Malibu,
a small
large
Mediterranean...
It's time to leave. Don't come back.
Ailey, dear, why don't you give me a warm cup of coffee? It's going to be a long night.
Cream and sugar?
Better make this one black. Blacker than the dead of night. Except let's hope that only those that should die tonight.
1 cup of coffee is black as the eye of an assault victim coming right up.
Oh, gee, not again. Honey, bring me a new pair of pants.
I won't bring you pants, but I will bring you a Swanson's TV dinner. It makes eating and watching TV a breeze.
How does it taste?
Oh, it's bad. The microwave gives the meat a rubbery quality, but the ease of use makes up for the bland taste.
Wow, this is awful. But at least my slacks are clean.
Swanson's TV dinner. Disappointment on a tray.
Cars get you places, but planes get you there faster and put a smile on your face. Here at Pan American World Airlines, we want every American to fly their highest. It's hard to crash in the sky, and in the air, you'll be safe and sound. But don't take my word for it. Here's singer-songwriter Buddy Holly.
Hi, I'm Buddy Holly. Planes are the best, easiest, and safest way to fly. I plan on flying Pan Am till the day I die.
Fly Pan Am today. We'll see you in the air.
That'll be the day.
Are you sick and tired of having your afternoons interrupted by the pesky sun? Worry no more. I'm Barton Gold, and I'm here to introduce the latest trend in window coverings. Venetian blinds from Italy.
How did you get in my house?
The days of nice, even light are over. Need to see what you're doing? Too bad. The answer's just that simple. With Venetian blinds, you can spy on your neighbors, double-cross your enemies, even cynically brood on the condition of man. All these things and more. Finally, you can live your life in slants of aggressive light as you hide from your mysterious past. Call for a quote today.
Univac Computers brings you the greatest invention of our time, the computer. Inside this room is the most advanced technology known to man. And this man, Art Finnegan, is the first private owner of a computer in the domestic United States.
This used to be my bedroom. Now it's a computer. I sleep here, alone. Mostly because my wife and kids left me. But I have a computer. Watch.
Watch closely as Art demonstrates the power of this marvelous modern machine.
Oh, let's see here. 12 times 17. Does my wife still love me?
Be a part of our changing world. Buy a computer today.
Ben, shut your talking hole. I just solved the crime. I've got it.
No,
Yes, it all makes sense. Remember your rival, John? He was reading Tropic of Cancer.
So?
Well, the author of Tropic of Cancer is Henry Miller.
Are you sure all you took was Xanax?
No, Ben, listen. A miller is a person who operates a mill like my grandpappy did on the farm. They look like big fans, like this. And it just so happens that your biggest fan came on.
Wow.
And I'm not finished. You have a lot of fans in your mansion, but there is one that stands out as the biggest fan of them all.
In the Eastern Garage.
Precisely, right where the butler lives.
It was him?
No. Yesterday, the butler had to fix the big fan. I saw him take a short smoking break. He sat on the window of the same exact window where the detective person saw you smoking from. He thought it was you smoking. He must have thought you were busy fixing the fan and decided to take your ties during the most opportune moment. But he flashed a light at your face as he left.
And go on, I'm listening.
Benjamin Gale, didn't your mother teach you what spotlights do? Spotlights point at the most important thing in the room.
Me?
No. There went your flask.
Oh!
Your ties.
You beautiful SOB. Come here.
Oh, that was unexpected.
I found the box!
Call me crazier than a divorced drunkard on St. Patty's Day, but I think I found it.
Yeah, so it was weird. I sniffed a marker for the first time last night, and now I can't stop thinking about it.
Here we see a news show. It runs every day from around 11 o'clock to 11:30 a.m. on Trojan Vision. Its hosts, the energetic Haley, the no-nonsense Dan. But not everything in this ordinary show is what it seems. These hosts do not realize as they are stepping into a world that is unknown to them. A middle ground between light and shadow, between highbrow and lowbrow. It lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. Dan and Haley have just crossed into the breakdown.
Don't go lecturing me on the will of God, Lee.
Yeah. Oh, God.
See the two new hosts, thinking their jobs were safe, thinking they could do the news forever. See the two old hosts, who thought they could keep going about their silly gags. Haley, with her farm jokes, and Dan with that face. Although some say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Four hosts who found they had to look into that ever-honest mirror and face themselves to grapple with the truth, or whatever is masquerading around as such. But these hosts are just one example of many, just people trying their best and stumbling along the way. It just so happens that this time, they stumbled right into the twilight. Sorry. I mean, this has been the breakdown, and that may have been the news.
In a world where millennials only care about themselves, one man must prove to society that he can take care of someone other than himself. He is Single Guy with Dog.
Oh my goodness. You take care of her all by yourself? You're a hero.
I'm no hero. This little lady, she's my hero.
Watch Single Guy demonstrate to society that he can be a responsible adult and boyfriend material.
Wow. I wish I could date a guy like you.
You can.
See his harrowing origin story unfold as he transforms into a beacon of hope for an entire generation.
Hey, I think I'll name you Dog.
Hey, Guy, you still want to come to that Bon Iver concert this Tuesday?
I can't anymore, man. Sorry.
What the hell has gotten into you, Guy? You don't go out drinking till 5 a.m. You don't update your Snap story. It's like you don't even care about yourself anymore.
It's not about me. It's about her.
You really think you can save this city from its negative perceptions of our age demographic?
I don't know. But I have to try.
Our generation needs a role model. I am that role model. I am single guy with dog! Who are you?
What? You thought you were the only single motherfucker with a dog?
Earlier this morning at Taper Hall, sophomore Nelson Ross was on his way to his 9 a.m. biology class when the biggest blunder of his life was captured on a bystander's cell phone. Eyewitness reports claim that Ross tried playing it off as if no one saw the incident occur, but he couldn't have been more wrong.
It was literally one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in my entire life. If I were him, I would want to die.
Yeah, my whole theater troupe was behind him when it happened. You know, we could have helped the dumb soul, but instead, we decided to film it.
Only uploaded a few hours ago, the video has nearly crossed 8 million views with over 3 million comments, ranging from "it hurts to watch this bonehead" to "kill yourself mouth breather." This isn't the first time Ross has been busted for being a knuckle-dragging lame brain. We spoke with Police Chief Keegan Corona to learn more.
Yeah, this dipstick has an extensive history of screwing up. He throws trash in the recycling bins, says "bless you" to cops. He's sort of a lefty-tighty, righty-loosey kind of guy.
We waited for Ross to get out of his class so we could ask the blubbering buffoon what was running through his head at the time of the incident.
I mean, it was a pull door, and I pushed it. I don't really see what the big deal is. I feel like people do this all the time.
On the contrary, in fact, studies show that push-pull errors are at historic lows, with Nelson being the only outlier in over 6 months. It just goes to show that in a world of 50-50s, sometimes the road less traveled is the wrong one. I'm Tessa Wernicke, breaking down the news.
Margaret and Richard have been dead for almost 25 years, and they're looking for a new haunt to spice things up.
Thank you.
Richard is looking for a place where he can make a lot of noise.
Floors are pretty creepy.
Margaret is more concerned with making her jump scares pop.
I go down like this, and I come up, and it's like, ah!
With the help of their realtor and ghost whisperer Jeannie, can these two lovebirds make hell a place on Earth? Find out on House Haunters.
When Richard and I both died back in 1992, and then we met in Purgatory, I knew right away that we were meant to be together.
It's actually really hard to scare people when you're a ghost because no one can see you.
Right.
So it's really all about the amenities. You know, what does the house have that can make us scary?
We know exactly what we want. We'd like a house with several children, preferably a little boy or a girl in the throes of puberty.
Yeah, so we're gonna need mysterious doors that don't open, billowing curtains, and, if possible,
porcelain dolls. We have a budget of about 50,000 souls, but we're willing to sacrifice a few more to get exactly what we want.
Alright, now, I know this one might be a little bit on the nose for you guys, but it has everything. We've got creaky floorboards, lots of windows, and a nursery.
That does sound nice.
Now, before we go in, I will let you know that it is built on a Native American burial ground.
Okay, no, sorry. We specifically asked for no burial grounds.
Yeah, we just really can't take that kind of competition from all those lost souls.
Okay, well then, let's take a look at another one. Okay, shh. Now, the whole family is sleeping, but I think you're really gonna like this one, so let's go. Okay, now what you'll really like about the master bedroom is that it has wood paneling.
No, 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 no,
It was very dangerous for Jeannie to put us in that situation, okay? We cannot live in a Christian household.
The power of Christ does not compel this family.
I know we had a close call last time, but I have one more house to show you, and I really think this is the one. So, in we go. Okay. So it is a family of 4, mother, father, 6-year-old son, and a teenage daughter who, get this, is bullied at school and looking for revenge. Okay, so we just go in and take a look. Good.
The walls are a little thick to walk through.
Well, we can manage.
I forgot to show you guys the best part.
Granite countertops? We'll take it.
Margaret and Richard have settled into their new abode as invisible tenants.
Honey?
And for this happy couple, cohabitation is a scream.
Oh.
We are just totally thrilled.
Really? I mean, we owe Jeannie everything. Excuse me.
Hello, Sally.
Mom, the doll moved again.
Oh. I think we can see ourselves living here a very, very long time.